to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by Eddie Hearn here in New York. Eddie, how excited are you for this card tomorrow?
Really excited. I mean, it's a fantastic card from top to bottom. I mean, firstly, you've got three great prospects, Hardy Medeiros, Aaron Aponte, and Yankiel Riviera as well. You've got three tremendous female fights as well. Avril Maffei against Ramla Ali, Sky Nicholson against Tanya Alvarez, Shadicia Green against Ellen Cederos. Then you've got Richardson Hitchens against Bowser. It's a great fight. And then you've got the two undisputed fights. Honestly, a fantastic card from top to bottom, and I think it'll be a great night.
Outside of that Serrano fight, which one are you most excited for? Because we've seen a bit of heated conversation between Bowser and Hitchens yesterday.
That's a good fight. I mean, look, it's obviously a female heavy card. There's 5 championship fights on there tomorrow night, female fights, and it was never really the intention. Obviously, we knew the two main fights were Serrano Cruz and Baumgardner-Mekelev, which are 2 great fights. But the others have come along, and obviously with Yankiel Riviera in the prospects. But Richardson Hitchens against Bowser is a great fight. Both from Brooklyn. Bowser via Puerto Rico, he's going to have a lot of support in the building as well. And for Hitchens, he needs to make a statement. Bowser's a good fighter, he's 17-0. But Richardson talks like he's ready for those elite 140-pounders. So we need to see a statement from him tomorrow.
Could we see Richardson Hitchens against Montana Love sometime soon? Because I know there's a lot of bad blood there.
That's the fight. I mean, you saw him yesterday. I didn't even know there was bad blood between those two. I don't think there was. Him and Montana Love it's a nasty rivalry, and I think rivalries are great in boxing, and I think the two guys that want to try and put themselves in a position for a big fight at 140, they've got the history, they've got the rivalry. Why not? And Montana, I think, will be here tomorrow night, maybe calling that fight out. I know Richardson wants it, so hopefully we can get that made.
Being from Ireland, there's been a lot of talk over the past 24 hours. The government have come out and basically said that this is on you, almost in a roundabout way. Do you have any response to that?
Yeah, I think it's a liberty, to be honest with you. I mean, look, I never came out and blamed the government or blamed Croke Park. I just gave you the facts. To put on the fight at Croke Park is nearly 3 times more expensive to put it on at Wembley Stadium. I'm not saying it's their fault, and they want to use clever phrases about the rental cost. Putting on the show is not about the rental cost. It's about delivering the show, and ultimately we have a business to run, and we've got to deliver the best possible purses for the fighters as well. So we just got to a stage. We're not turning our back on this opportunity, but we're turning our back on this opportunity for May, because it can't go on, and obviously there is a rugby match, and now they've come out and said, well, the date doesn't actually work for us and stuff like this, and the only one that sort of spouts more rubbish to me is normally the government, so this is just their way of saying, I'm not, by the way, I've never once said the government should be doing this, they should be doing this. I'm just telling you the facts of the running an event at Croke Park is 3 times more expensive than running an event at Wembley Stadium. That's fact. Don't worry about the rental cost. Yes, that's more expensive, but we can all use clever words, but that's just fact. So it's likely we'll be in the free arena. We looked at other opportunities. Cork, it's not all seats, some of it's standing. It comes with a lot of problems, and I promised Katie Taylor her next fight will be in Ireland, and it will be. So we'll see where it lands, but it's likely to be the free arena.
Is that definitely for May the 20th? Because now there's that spanner in the works about the Rugby Cup final.
Yeah, no, not for free arena. That's not a problem. I mean, it's a problem to hold it. We looked at Aviva, but obviously there's the rugby there as well. We've got to work within the parameters of the broadcaster as well. They're the one paying the bulk of the money for this fight, and also at the same time they want this fight to slot within the schedule that you'll see released on Monday. Which will include Anthony Joshua, which will include Cordina Rakimov, that will include Callum Smith, that will include everything else that we're doing. So, I think that I just want to get it done, mate. I don't want to be in a position where, how long have we been waiting to do a fight in Ireland? And I know Croke Park will be fantastic, but trust me, so will the free arena. It will be unbelievable. We'll be the hottest ticket in town. And this is the first of many fights for Katie Taylor in Ireland. So we want to make the stadium fights happen, but on this occasion, it looks like it will be free arena.
Is it partly disappointing, though, that it's only going to be a 9,000 capacity arena in Ireland?
Yeah, of course. But what do you want to do? Do you want to get it done, and do you want to bring her home to Ireland? Or do you want to just wait and see if we can do it next summer? No. We'll keep those conversations going with Croke Park. The outcry has been good. Somehow I've ended up getting a blame. This is a common trend, but that's all right. But on a serious note, we need to keep talking. And I do understand their point about there's a rugby match on the same night, so it wouldn't be as much of a benefit in terms of tourism revenue to Ireland. I understand all that, and I've never once in these interviews saying, oh, we need help. I'm just telling you the facts of the cost. And I'm not even saying it's their fault, the cost, but they've told us our requirements for staging an event at Croke Park. You must have this, you must have this, you must have this, you must pay this, and by the way, you've got to pay for it all. And they'll say, well, it's up to the promoter to pay the stewarding and the security. Well, not if you tell us that the security is 500 grand, which you virtually have. So, anyway.
Edgar Berlanga, spoke to him yesterday. He seemed very keen on Matchroom. Do you think that that's close to being a done deal?
No, look, I think every promotional company is desperate to sign Edgar Berlanga. Top Rank wanted to keep him, PBC want to sign him, Golden Boy want to sign him, we want to sign him, so we'll let him do his work. We got on very well. Of course, that everybody knows the potential fight with Canelo Alvarez would come through us, and in that respect, that's the fight that he wants more than anything. But he's got a couple of fights to go before he puts himself in that frame, and I think we could do a great job for him. I think we deliver some great shows for him, and hopefully he chooses Matchroom.
I've seen some comments online after our interview saying that you were lacking in US headliners. Would you agree with that, or any comment to make on it?
Lacking a US headliner? I mean, Canelo Alvarez ain't a bad one. Dimitri Bivol's not a bad one either. Jesse Rodriguez isn't a bad one, fighter of the year. Juan Francisco Estrada, a pound for pound great, isn't a bad one. Chocolatito's not bad either. I mean, Julio Cesar Martinez can also headline. I mean, there's probably others as well I've missed along the way. But yeah, no, we haven't got any headliners in America. But definitely Edgar Berlanga would be a nice addition for us. I like him sitting within the stable, And I'm excited to see what he does. Hopefully he chooses us. He's got a lot of options, got a lot of offers. I think we'll be a great addition to his team.
Is there any more US signings possibly on the way for Matchroom, or anything that you can tell us at this stage?
We're staying for an extra 24 hours here in New York to talk to 2 or 3 big names over there. We're noticing a lot of movement in the marketplace right now. We've had a lot of interest, a lot of calls in the last couple of weeks for big name fighters that want to talk to us, and I would expect some major signings for Matchroom in the coming month.
Can you give me any idea on any of those names?
Absolutely not.
You referred to Monday, the schedule coming out. Will Canelo Ryder be on that schedule at this stage?
Probably not on the Monday one, but there will be an announcement on Monday.
How about Triple G? Any more to work with him?
No, not at the moment.
One more. You were at a boxing club with Richards and Hitchens the other day, and you said that you'd like that to be over in the UK. You'd like to do something about that. Is that something that's very high up your list going forward here in the UK?
Yeah, honestly, I know that when I go to an amateur club and people think that I'm going there for PR, I'm doing it because I have a genuine passion for what these clubs do in the community. That place the other day, Cops and Kids, it's free for people between the ages of 12 and 21 to walk through those doors, meet people, get inspired by people. Two boxing rings in there, a cardio room, there's a classroom in the back. But people don't see, who aren't involved in boxing, what boxing can do in the community. So I'm going to be spending more of my time now trying to push boxing in the community in the UK and in our key markets, but just trying to convince people to have a look. Some councils and some boroughs and some regions are fortunate because the people involved at council and government level do have a passion for boxing or understand it. Brentwood, where I'm from, is a good example. The head of the council there is actively involved with the amateur boxing club. He goes down there, he sees it, he's a believer in it. But you've got to make more people believers in it. But the problem is, if they sit behind a desk and they don't get out and go through the doors and see the kind of children that are in there, and as a parent as well, I know what's happening in the world at the moment, the problems with social media, with all the negativity online, and just role models that shouldn't be role models. We need to get kids active, we need to clear their mind, we need to get them learning discipline, respect, manners, teamwork, winning, losing, training hard, working hard. And that's through sport, and particularly boxing.
One last one. You're very close with Kell Brook. Have you spoke to him since that video emerged? Are you seeing his outcry on social media to say that he needs help?
His dad messaged me last night. Look, Kell, everybody has their demons. Everybody. Doesn't matter who they are. And sometimes, the classic thing at the moment is really people talk about, you don't know how someone's feeling, really. I could be up here today and go, yeah, here we go, COLM, wow, we're rocking and rolling. But inside, I could be dying, But that's not the case. But sometimes maybe it is. I've done some interviews, you have to put on a brave face. And that's for everybody in life. So someone like Kell, whilst people might feel that he's okay, you see him in certain interviews talk about how difficult it is to overcome boxing. So, at the end of the day, as I said in the interview yesterday, Kell's a good person. Like, he has not really a bad bone in his body. Sometimes he can be a bit of a wally and make mistakes like everybody, but genuinely he's a good person that's done a lot for boxing, and boxing should support him, and you've seen that support come out, and you know, I hope he gets any help he needs and can be as happy as possible.
Eddie, thanks for your time, really appreciate it.
Good, mate.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife and saying completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.